Yeah. What's good, you guys? This is your boy, Tone DeShields II. You guys are locked in on another dose, a Labor Day dose of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Always grateful to be in the presence of the people. You guys continue to bless me beyond belief. We've had such a strong month of August at Chalk It Up Sports, man. I was just going over some of the analytics last night with the wife, and you guys were just awesome all of August, man. I can't speak on it enough. You guys really showed out in droves in August. We had a strong month. We passed 5K in August, 5,000 subscribers, and we're on our way to 6K. We're already at 5.3K subscribers already, man. And I just passed 5K about maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, if that. So you guys have really been locking in the way you guys should be, really. And I can't take it for granted, man. You guys have been hitting that like button. You guys have been showing commitment and smashing that like button as well. And a lot of you guys have been showing out, just pushing the numbers beyond my greatest imagination. So I want to continue to put my best foot forward, and I want to continue to give you guys, this dope content and give you guys my all the best way I know how, man. I want to continue to give you guys this daily content as much as possible. I want to just continue to feed you guys and just keep something available for you guys to watch, something new, something fresh, just something for you guys to sink your teeth into. And again, I couldn't have made it to this point without you guys, man. Once again, you had my back when I was at my lowest, and y'all rallied the troops. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm super grateful to you guys. Philly 007, KGK 0911, Fanny Eagles fan, Chris Bruce, Chin, what's going on, my man? Shep, what's going on? Shep is always showing mad love, man. Shep with the $10 super chat already. I didn't even get to the good part, Shep. And by the way, Shep, man, I gotta show you love. I gotta show you love today, and we're gonna get to that, right? Davon Tyree, Bold Brew, the good brother, my young boy, infamous 2K. Man, we wouldn't have had the month we had without you guys. Texan Eagle, what's going on? We wouldn't have been here without Keisha White. The show has grown beyond belief, and it's football week. It's here. The NFL season is here. We've waited all off season for this. We've done so much talking. We've prepped so much. We've criticized and we've predicted and we've reacted and all this kind of stuff. And now it's time to show and prove. Now it's time to put the money where the mouth is. Now it's time to show where all those investments Jeffrey Lurie made. It's time to see those coming to fruition, right? All the draft capital, all the money spent. It's time to see that stuff really take shape. And we have every reason to be excited about this NFL season. Your Philadelphia Eagles are loaded on the offensive side of the ball. There's promise on the defensive side. They're young, they're talented, but they're improving. And that's a very fascinating place to be because the NFL doesn't quite have a book on you yet. So I'm really curious to see where this defense goes. I'm really curious to see where the offense goes. Let's see if they can take it up a notch. Let's see if Jalen Hurts can take his game up a notch, right? Again, so many things left to be seen. But overall, I'm glad to be here with you guys. But before we get too deep into the content, before we dive into some of the topics today, because I have a full slate for you guys, right? I have a full slate ready because the Eagles face off with the Green Bay Packers in Brazil, and we had to break that game down a little bit deeper, right? We had to get familiar with the enemy. And before we get too deep into that, once again, I want to show you guys some things, right? I want to show you guys just how far we've come as far as you guys support. And once again, I got to give a shout out to my man Shep. Okay, let's just start out with Shep, right? So again, Shep is somebody who donates to the channel regularly, and I just got to show you guys this, man. Look at my man Shep rocking his Apex Predator gear. Look at that. Look at Shep. You dig me? Look at the OG, triple OG Shep showing mad love, man. You look good, OG. You look good. That's what you call a silver fox. You feel what I'm saying? He got the Kelly Green cap and he got the Apex Predator official Chalk It Up Sports merchandise, man. Shout out to Shep. You look good, brother. You look very, very good. And I'm super grateful that you supported the show the way that you have. You do it in more ways than one. I have to say, man, you probably donate over $100 a week, right? And you still bought the shirt. So I got to give a shout out to the OG Thank you, Shep. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Goes a long way. And I can't take you for granted, big dog. I want to continue to pour into you guys the same way you guys pour into me. So shout out to the good brother Shep, man. We got ourselves a battle on Friday, right, Shep? We got ourselves a battle. It's time for us to prove that we are the apex predators of the NFL. We are at the top of the food chain. It's time to prove why we are who we say we are. It's time for us to prove why we think we are what we think we are. You feel what I'm saying? It's time for us to prove that. So shout out to the good brother Shep, man, showing mad love. And you guys can be just like Shep. Go cop your Chalk It Up Sports merch. The links are available in the live chat pinned to the top. The links are also at the bottom of the live stream as well. Bless yourself, man, and you'll look good like the good brother Shep. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. Now, I got some other stuff to show you guys too, right? Some other people, some family that showed love to the Chalk It Up Sports merch. I'm gonna give a shout out to my dad, man. This is my dad. This is Tone Senior. You feel me? This is my pop, man. Shout out to my dad for showing mad love to the merch. I appreciate him for supporting me the way he has. My dad has invested in me in more ways than I can even imagine. So shout out to my dad for showing love, always putting that battery in my back, always motivating me, always inspiring me. Shout out to my father, Tone DeShields II, for showing mad love, for supporting the show and investing in me in more ways than I can even express to you guys. And then my stepmom showing mad love to the show. Shout out to my stepmom. Appreciate her, love her so much. She's one of my biggest supporters as well. My dad, my mother, my stepmother, my brother, my wife, my grandmother, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins. I get so much support from my family when it comes to my content and what I'm trying to push out there to you guys. And I wouldn't be here without them. So I'm so grateful for my father, my stepmom, for buying their Chalk It Up Sports merchandise. And I got to give a shout out to Shep, man. Shout out to Shep once again, man. Shep sent me 2 photos, as a matter of fact. Shep sent me one, with the football posing a little bit. And he gave me one a little more on the calm. Shout out to the OG Shep, man. Once again, thank you, Shep, so much for showing mad love. Can't wait. Can't wait until the football season starts. And I also got to give a shout out to the good brother, Rolando. Rolando was our merch winner from last week. Rolando was blessed last week with the giveaway. Rolando was rocking the midnight green beanie and gloves. We sent Rolando some midnight green Philadelphia merch in the midnight green colors that he can rock at the Philadelphia Eagles game. It's going to get cold real quick in Philly, y'all. It's going to get cold very quickly. So I got to give a shout out to my man Rolando for supporting the show and always just spreading the love, man. Also, prayers to Rolando and his friends and family. They're going through a turbulent time right now, and he still found time to take this photo and bring his Philadelphia Eagles edge. So shout out to Rolando, shout out to his family, shout out to his friends. My prayers and blessings are going your way. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. And you guys also can be giveaway winners as well. We're going to be starting our giveaways up again this week. So make sure you guys lock in every single day so you don't miss your opportunity to enter for a chance to win any sort of gifts and merchandise from yours truly here at Chalk It Up Sports. And if you guys are unfamiliar, if you guys are new to the show, my name is Tone DeShields II. Call me Tone, man. Like that's the vibe. Chalk It Up Sports is the brand. Tone DeShields is the name. So I appreciate you guys for showing mad love. Shout out to Rolando. Shout out to Shep. Shout out to my parents, my dad, my stepmom, my mother, my wife, my brothers, my cousins, my aunts, uncles. Thank you, man. Thank y'all. It goes a long way, and it means a lot to me that you guys support the show the way you guys do. And look, man, y'all know how we do it here. No matter if we win, no matter if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, you guys, as it pertains to this matchup with the Green Bay Packers. And it's not going to be an easy one. Let's make that very, 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 very clear, you guys. It's not going to be an easy one. And I know a lot of you guys may have busy days planned, right? I know it's the afternoon. Some of you guys may be at family gatherings, right? I understand, right? But for all of you that are making time to lock in, grateful. And I couldn't be more blessed to be here. I couldn't be more blessed to talk Eagles football. This is a hell of a matchup. Philadelphia Eagles, Green Bay Packers, two teams that are on the ascension. Two teams that had their own inner workings that need to be proven still. Two franchise quarterbacks who are still trying to prove to the NFL that they are legit. Now, as of right now, Jordan Love has the hearts and souls of the national media. Jordan Love is a player that, as of right now, they're stroking his ego. And I think Jordan Love is a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. I think Jordan Love is a very good quarterback, and I think he's ascending. But the way they've waxed this man's ego throughout this offseason is alarming to me. Because let's be honest about this. This is what they don't tell you. As quick as they love you, the quicker they hate you. So, J Love, I promise you, if you have a rough go of it, if you struggle in week one, you know what the first topic's going to be on Monday? Did they pay Jordan Love too soon? Is Jordan Love worth the money? Should Jordan Love be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL? Don't have a rough go of it, Jordan Love. You better kill us. And you better drop the stake in. You better twist the knife. You better bury us. You better pour salt around the grave. You better bring garlic. You better bring your crucifix. You better make sure we don't rise from the ashes. Jordan Love, I promise you, if you have a rough week one, the first topic on Monday on the national media will be, did they pay him too soon? Is he worth the money? Is Jordan Love a franchise quarterback? That's how fast it happens. That's how quickly they turn on you. Trust me, we've seen it with our own in Jalen Hurts. They will turn on you fast. That's how this league works. That's how the national media works. And guess what? Even if he does have a rough game, if the Green Bay does lose, which they will, but if they have a rough go of it, if Jordan Love has a rough game, I'm not going to call Jordan Love a bad quarterback. I'm not going to say Jordan Love was a mistake. I'm not going to say that. That's an overreaction. That's reading too much into the tea leaves. Bad games happen. You know what I mean? Teams lose week one games all the time. It doesn't define your season. But trust me, trust and believe. If he struggles, they will be on that ass. They was calling Jalen Hurts. Whoa, is he top 5, top 3 in the league? He had a shaky season. It wasn't even awful. It was shaky. All of a sudden, I don't know if Jalen Hurts is the guy. Jalen Hurts, we've seen the best Jalen Hurts has to offer. He can't get better. Who the hell are these national guys to put limitations on someone's development? Who are these guys to put limitations on someone's growth and how they commit themselves to excellence and development and just getting better at their craft? Who are these guys to even put a limit or a cap on someone's excellence? Who are they to do that? We've seen the best from Jalen Hurts. Jordan Love, if you have a rough season, you know what they're gonna say? Have we seen the best of Jordan Love? That really wasn't even on the agenda today. This really wasn't on the docket. I want to talk about defense today. I want to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles defense today. Not the offense, not really the quarterbacks. I want to get into matchups and advantages and disadvantages, right? I want to get into the inner workings of the Green Bay Packers. That was the plan for today. But something told me to vent right now. Something told me to get in my bag, to get in my duffel. Because some people need to be reminded how this media thing works. And it's not you guys. Y'all know. We've seen it with our guy Jalen Hurts. Y'all know how quickly they switch up on somebody. Y'all have seen it. Y'all know. Best believe that. Y'all know how this thing goes. Let me get to these super chats, and then we're going to get to the main topics, you guys. If you're just joining us, you guys are locked in to Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II, and I appreciate you guys for locking in. The show only gets better. Chris Bruce with the $4.99 super chat. He says 9 good games and got paid $55 million. Jalen hate is crazy too, but the Birds on the revenge tour. Everyone on this team has a chip on their shoulder. Absolutely, Chris. 9 good games and a strong and a solid playoff outing. He got 1 playoff win, and he got $55 million. Jalen Hurts made it to a Super Bowl, and they questioning if he deserves the money. Make it make sense. But then again, the national media, for the most part, doesn't make sense. They care about ratings, not making sense. So, Chris Bruce, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat, my friend. This is the revenge tour. Jalen Hurts looks like a different quarterback right now. He looks lighter, looks happier. He's smiling more. He's more solidified in his position. He can't wait to slay demons. He can't wait. So thank you again, Chris Bruce, for the $4.99 super chat, brother. Thank you. Davon Tyree, my guy, always showing out, always showing love with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you. He said, hey, Tone, I feel like we need a vet on that D-line. How do you feel about picking up Yannick Ngakoue for cheap? You bring up a very interesting point, Davon. I can't lie. You're not the only person to say that. You're not the first person to say that. You may not be the last person to say that. Let's be honest. But as much risk that's been taken, here's my mindset. You got to let these young guys ball. You got to put these young guys out there, and you got to let them take their lumps. They have to. You can't keep trying to hedge your bet with a veteran, right? At some point, these guys got to show and prove why they were drafted where they were drafted and why they deserve to be paid in the long term, right? You know, we have young guys that are promising. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Moro Ujomo, Milton Williams, depending on what his future holds, right? Bryce Huff, like there are guys on this D line. There are guys on this D line that you got to let them play. You got to let them play. We just can't keep throwing a veteran in there because we're nervous about a young guy making a mistake. I hear you, Davon, and I appreciate you, but we got to let those young boys go. We got to let them go. You know, at some point, you got to let your kid get off the porch. You feel what I'm saying? At some point, you got to let your baby girl go to school by herself. At some point, you got to let your son take the car by himself. He ain't going to have his permit for the rest of his life. At some point, he will have his license. He's going to have to become a safe driver, a responsible driver. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Moro Ujoma. You got to let these young boys, you got to let them go. You got to let them off the porch. It is what it is. I'm rolling the dice. I'm betting on green. You feel what I'm saying? I'm betting on green. Shout out to my man Davon Tyree with the super chat. And once again, shout out to the OG Shep with his super chat as well. Thank you so much, you guys. I really do appreciate it. Now, let's get into the topic at hand. Like I said, it's game week, y'all. Your Philadelphia Eagles face off against the Green Bay Packers in Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil. And, you know, all week, we're going to be doing breakdowns. We're going to be breaking down key matchups on offense and defense. We're going to be breaking down keys to victory. We're going to be breaking down advantages and disadvantages, injury reports, and we're going to be making our predictions as we get closer to the end of the week, right? I kind of have a rough guesstimate about how I think this game is going to go, but I don't want to lock in my prediction until Thursday, okay? So make sure you guys lock in for my prediction. We're going to be doing predictions on Thursday. We're going to be breaking down the Eagles offense versus the Packers defense on Wednesday. We have an episode of the Link Up featuring Lord Brunson and Simone Stanley and myself on Tuesday. And today, we're going to be breaking down the Eagles defense versus the Packers offense today. So, once again, make sure you guys lock in. We have so much to discuss, and I can't wait because there is a path to victory. There is a way that the Philadelphia Eagles defense can disrupt Jordan Love and the Packers offense. And we're going to get into where the Philadelphia Eagles may have the advantage and where they may have the disadvantage on the defensive side of the ball. So let's get into it. And I hope we got some Green Bay fans in here. I really, really, really do. I really hope we do. I really hope we do. Because I want y'all to have, y'all gonna get a rude awakening. I just want y'all to know that. So, despite our concerns about the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line in particular, like I mentioned to you earlier, there is a path. There is a path they can take to disrupt Jordan Love and the Packers offense. Now, in fairness, the Packers has an average, and we're going to start on their offensive line. We're going to start on their offensive line because don't let Jimmy Hoffa gas anybody up. Your offensive line is not stacked. We're about to break that down right now. I'm so glad you walked into the trap. We're about to break that down. Look, hey, listen, y'all. Green Bay's offensive line is suspect. Don't let them get you all in shambles, right? That offensive line is suspect. We're about to break down why. Check this. Now, in fairness to the Packers, they have an average offensive line on paper. On paper, they have an average offensive line, right? You know, they had Aaron Jones last year and A.J. Dillon. Aaron Jones did his thing. Best believe that. Aaron Jones did his thing. For sure, did his thing. But follow me here. Left guard, Elgin Jenkins, 6-year vet. Very solid. Has been a starter since his rookie season. Very solid. And their right tackle, Zach Tom, he's young, but he's solid as well. And he's logged 22 starts over the past 2 regular seasons. And they like him a lot. So they have spots. They have guys that are very, very solid for sure. Best believe that. They have spots where they're solid. Not elite, not even great. Solid. But I'm going to explain to you why Green Bay is not a top 5 or top 8 or maybe not even a top 10 offensive line in the NFL. Let's just start here. Because they want to live off what happened last year in the playoffs. They want to live off of that. And they're not great at all. And we're going to explain why they're not great. Let's just start here. The Packers lost 3. I repeat, 3. They've lost 3 key players on their offensive line in the offseason. They lost left tackle David Bakhtiari. Now, granted, Bakhtiari, he retired. He was always injured. They figured out life without him. So I give them grace there. They've had to figure out life without Bakhtiari. They had to figure it out. And I feel like they're close to doing that, but not quite yet. On top of that, they lost right guard John Runyan. John Runyan signed a 3-year, $30 million contract with the Giants. You lost your starting right guard. And then you lost right tackle Yash Nijman, who was a very quality offensive lineman for you guys. Came in spots to start when need be. You guys lost him to the Panthers, where he signed a 2-year, $8 million deal. So you lost 3 key contributors on your offensive line. 3 of them. And now you're going to have to hang your hat on some unproven names here. Some names that can't get out of their own way. Follow me here. It gets better. Like I said, they lost John Runyon, starting right guard. They lost right tackle, Yash Nijiman. They lost left tackle, David Bakhtiari, despite his injury history. John Runyon, their right guard, was replaced by first-round rookie Jordan Morgan out of Arizona. Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with having Jordan Morgan at right guard. He's never played it before. You drafted a left tackle and you moved him to right guard. And you want me to respect that right now? Yes. 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 Do I know your team better than you? Come on. You drafted Jordan Morgan out of Arizona. But y'all moved in the right guard. Make it make sense. Then what is he? Jimmy? What is he? What is he? What is he? What is he? I'll take it a step further. Because Jalen Carter is going to destroy your interior. I'll take it a step further. He's going to violate your man for 60 minutes. I'll keep it going. Rasheed Walker. Let's talk about him. And I'm not a reporter, Jimmy. I'm not a reporter. I'm a football enthusiast. I like to talk football. I'm not a journalist. Don't come to me for accuracy on the Packers. Rasheed Walker, let's talk about him. Rasheed Walker takes over full time for the retired David Bakhtiari at left tackle. Now, Rasheed Walker, he logged in 15 starts last year. 15 of them. And he gained valuable experience. Valuable. But he didn't get any starts in 2022, his rookie season. And he's a 7th-round pick. You mean to tell me you want me to look at Rasheed Walker and hold him in the same regard as Jordan Mailata? Hold him in the same regard as Lane Johnson or Trent Williams or a Penny Sewell or a Rashawn Slater? I'll look at Rasheed Walker and I say, food. I'll look at Rasheed Walker and I say, easy pickings. Jimmy Hoffa says they play 12 personnel. You want to know why? Because they don't trust that O-line. Make it make sense. He says we play 12 personnel. You're exposing yourself, Jimmy. Y'all play 12 personnel because you don't trust the O-line. Is that what you're telling me right now? Is that what you're telling me right now, Jimmy? He said we play 12 personnel. That means you got two tight ends on the field, right? Now we use 12 personnel when we want to, but our left tackle, our right tackle, you can put them on the island. I don't know if you could say the same for what's his name, Rasheed Walker. I don't know if you could say the same for that. I just don't know if you could say the same. Do you trust Rasheed Walker on the island? Do you? Do you trust Zach Tom on the island? I trust Lane Johnson on the island. I trust, where's my man? Jordan Mailata on the island. Come on, man. You're exposing yourself. He said we use 12 personnel. So that tells me you don't trust your left tackle on your right tackle. That's what that tells me. Hey, y'all, am I tripping or what? Am I tripping? He came right out the gate. We use 12 personnel. Good luck. I dare you to put a tight end on Bryce Huff. I dare you to put a tight end on Josh Sweat. I dare you. Let's keep it going. I'm getting distracted by the nonsense. Like I said about Rasheed Walker, he logged in 15 starts last year. got better as the season went. But I need to know if he's for real. I need to know if Rasheed Walker's game has elevated from last year. I need to know that. Because Josh Sweat and Bryce Huff, best believe they're going to take advantage. They will do that. And let's talk about your center. My God, let's talk about your center. Jimmy, buckle up. I'm about to wreck your night or your afternoon, whatever time it is in Wisconsin. I'm about to open your mind up a little bit. Your center. What's his name? Josh Myers? Josh Myers, who's entering his 4th season, young player, and he has not proven to be a quality starting center in this NFL. He has not proven it. Now, also, by the way, as it pertains to your rookie and Jordan Morgan, he is questionable. The depth chart, the injury reports says he's questionable. Best believe that it says he's questionable. But every depth chart that I check, every depth chart that I see when it pertains to the Green Bay Packers, it says here that Jordan Morgan is your starting right guard. Every depth chart, every resource, every publication has Jordan Morgan as your right guard. Now, if he's questionable, that's a different story. But who's the backup? Who's your right guard? Jalen Carter is about to wreck your night. He's about to ruin. I'm so glad the game was on a Friday because I want you to have a shitty weekend. But Josh Myers, back to him. Back to him. Did y'all know Josh Myers, according to PFF, he gave up 5 sacks in 2023? 5. Their starting center gave up 5 sacks in 2023. Huh? You want me to trust the interior of your offensive line when y'all giving up sacks? Your center giving up 5 sacks? That's not common. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? Can somebody tell me another center in the NFL that's giving up 5 sacks? Not named Josh Myers? Come on now. Our offensive line clears y'all offensive line. Y'all offensive line don't even breathe the same air we do. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. So, by my estimation, based off of everything I've described about their offensive line, right? Because their offensive line is average. They're average. You see Jordan Love, he's mobile. He's elusive in the pocket. He makes your offensive line look much better than what it is. He does. And, you guys have been blessed to have Aaron Jones, and now you got Josh Jacobs, and we're going to talk about that because Josh Jacobs is a player. He's a player. And you're not going to hear me talk crazy about Josh Jacobs. You ain't going to hear me do that. That's one thing I won't do. I will never lie to the people. I will never. But I will call it what it is. Your offensive line is average. They're average. That's the reality. You can't talk to the Eagles about offensive line play. We the architects of this shit. You can't talk to the Lions about offensive line play. They one of the best in the league. You can't talk to the Cleveland Browns about offensive line play. They one of the best in the league. You can't talk to the Atlanta Falcons about offensive line play. They one of the best in the league. You can't talk to the Chiefs about offensive line play. They one of the best in the league. So there's levels to this. Green Bay, there's levels to this. You still don't know who your right guard is. You can't even tell me. You can't even tell me. I'm telling you who your right guard is. Every resource, every depth chart, and every injury report, Morgan is your right guard, whether you like it or love it, or you hate it. Don't make a difference. Don't get nervous. That interior is shaky. That interior is suspect. Very much so. So like I said, the Green Bay Packers offensive line on paper is average at best, and there's no way to tell as of today. There's no way to tell if they've improved or not. And we're only going to know if they've improved come game day. We're only going to know if they've improved when the game comes, right? Because the Green Bay Packers had a pretty solid playoff run, and their offensive line played above the rim during their playoff run. Their offensive line had a hell of a game against the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons didn't get a sack. Their offensive line had a hell of a game against the 49ers. Bosa didn't get a sack. They play well together. Although, when you look at them individually, they're average, they play well together. And that's what offensive line play is all about. It's about playing together. It's about knowing where your brother is on the line. It's about knowing your responsibility. So during the course of that 9-game stretch leading into that playoff run, that offensive line played better than their billing. But the reality is that offensive line still has a long way to go. They have a long way to go before you start talking crazy. Because you don't have a Jordan Mailata on your roster. You don't have a Lane Johnson on your roster. You don't have a Cam Jurgens on your roster. You don't have a Landon Dickerson on your roster. You don't have a Mekhi Becton on your roster. You don't. You wish, but you don't. Let's go player for player. We can do that. But nonetheless, I will never take away what they have done, what they have shown. Again, I can't lie on my platform. I have to be honest. The Green Bay Packers offensive line, although they're average on paper, they played above the rim during that final stretch of the season. They played above the rim. So I had to give them some level of reprieve. I had to throw them some bail. I have to, right? I have to. If you're just joining the live stream, when you're on YouTube, some videos say live, some say premieres. Premieres are not live. Lives are live. Shout out to my man S Blunt with the question. When it says live, we're live. When it says premiere, that's a pre-recorded video. That's the difference. Nonetheless, there's no way to really tell how much they've improved. There's no real way to tell until we play them. In addition, we do have to keep in mind just how elusive Jordan Love can be in the pocket, which will mask the limitations of the Packers offensive line. And that's the reality. So it's going to be so important for the Eagles defensive line to hold the edge. It's going to be so important for them to not allow Love to break containment. You know, there is a such thing as over pursuing. And that's when you unintentionally create escape lanes for the quarterback. The Philadelphia Eagles defensive line, they're facing a hell of a test. They're facing a hell of a test. Not because of their offensive line per se, but the quarterback, the skill position guys, the running back, right? They're facing a test. Can they get home? Because I believe this game begins and ends with this defensive line. Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis especially have to dominate their matchups. And they have to collapse the Packers' interior, which I think they will. Because they should have the advantage. I also expect Vic Fangio, defensive guru, defensive mind. I also expect Vic Fangio to get creative and how he attacks Jordan Love and the Packers offensive line. So be on the lookout for safety blitzes or a corner blitz or a linebacker blitz here and there, right? Again, Fangio's not known for just blitzing all the time, but he will get exotic. He will get a little, tricky. He may send a guy here, send a guy there. The bottom line is you got to hit Jordan Love early and often, but Jordan Love will not make it easy. His confidence has grown as a quarterback since last season, and his weapons are a year wiser. Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, those guys, Luke Musgrave. They're more confident this year. They're wiser this year. Plus, the addition of Josh Jacobs makes them a dangerous run team. Makes them very dangerous in the run game. It does. So I want to get to your comments here before I get to my next topic. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the show, especially if you're new. If you're the opposition, buckle up. You're about to get real uncomfortable. But other than that, again, stay engaged. Keep hitting that like button, you guys. Where are we right now, as a matter of fact? Let's get a like count. We have 133 people in here. We have over 130 people in here and only 64 likes. We need you guys to hit that like button. We need the numbers we need the math to start mathing, you guys. Let's go on the like spree. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the show. Okay? Let's hit that like button. I want to get to your comments. All right. Austin says, I'm excited to see our offense this week. Yeah, I'm very excited to see the offense too, my man. I really am. We're going to talk about offense on what is that? Wednesday. Infamous 2K says, I finally got someone to join me in the battle against the Eagles. Jimmy by Infamous Takeover. That's cute. Philly Flyover says, you hear what Fangio said about Quinion? No, Quinion, excuse me. No, I didn't get a chance to check it out. I must have overlooked it. I didn't get a chance to check it out. Jimmy Hoffa says, Jair clears that secondary. Listen to this, bro. I like Jair Alexander, so you're not going to hear me talk nothing bad about him. Not at all. But Eric Stokes, what's up with him? What's going on with him? What's going on with Eric Stokes? Is he the real deal? Can he stay on the football field? I know y'all got Xavier McKinney, but I don't know. We're gonna see if his game translates to the Green Bay Packers. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out real quick if he worth that money. Because y'all got your hands full, Jimmy. You got your hands full, Jimmy Hoffa. You probably shouldn't have named yourself that, Jimmy. You probably shouldn't have named yourself Jimmy Hoffa. You want to know why, bro? Because do you know who Jimmy Hoffa is? You realize they took him out and they still can't find the body. They still can't find the body, Jimmy. You don't know your history, man? They still can't find that man's body. You don't want us to do the same with the Packers. You don't want us to do y'all so dirty that they can't find the body. They can't find the remains. You don't want us to do you that dirty. You just don't. They still can't find the body. Come on, man. Let's keep this thing going. Where we at? Donald Roan, he says, Green Bay's coach is very good and smart. Yeah, I like Matt LaFleur, for sure. I think Matt LaFleur became a better coach after Aaron Rodgers left. Aaron Rodgers was holding that man back, man. Aaron Rodgers was a little smart ass. And he couldn't take coaching by Matt LaFleur. So it was really good to see Matt LaFleur actually getting some respect, especially with this quarterback, Jordan Love. I like Matt LaFleur. He's intelligent. He knows the game very well. I like Matt LaFleur a lot. Trenton Wright says, the Packers offense is good, but the defense does not worry me. Yeah, their secondary can be had. They're a one-trick pony. And that pony's name is Jair Alexander. They signed Xavier McKinney, and they think that's going to change something. But I like their receiving core, though. I like their receiving core a lot. Moves Brown says nobody fires their DC because they were good. Exactly. Y'all fired y'all DC and y'all hired some guy from Boston College. What conference is Boston College in? Who have they played? Where's Boston College? What conference they play in? What conference they in? The Atlantic Coast Conference, they in the ACC? Come on, man. Y'all hired some defensive coordinator from Boston College. Come on, bro. Y'all better get another man fired. Big Pickens says it's going to be a shootout in Sao Paulo. Let's see where else we got. What else we got here? Fanny says, make Love scramble. Well, you know, Love is a playmaker. He knows how to make a decision outside of the pocket, for sure. But the goal is to keep him in the pocket. You don't want him breaking containment. You don't want him breaking your back on some sort of third down conversion for a run or run for a third down conversion. You don't want that. Moose Brown says, go check your defensive stats, bro. Y'all defense is not good. Y'all fired y'all DC just like us. Exactly. The only difference is we actually got somebody with experience in the building now. Y'all hired somebody from Boston College. Y'all hired a nerd. Keith, aka Tragic, says our defense isn't perfect. Is y'all's? Keith, I don't know who you support. I don't know if you're an Eagles fan or a Green Bay fan. Make yourself known. Infamous says, I know, right, Jimmy? They defense got more holes than Swiss cheese. Hey, Infamous, y'all defense better than Green Bay's, man. Don't associate. Hey, Infamous, don't associate yourself with the Green Bay defense, bro. Don't do that. You're better than that. Don't associate yourself with that Green Bay defense. Your defense way better than theirs. Jimmy don't deserve to talk to you, Infamous. Infamous. Jimmy don't deserve to talk to you. You know better than that. He don't deserve to talk to you, bro. He don't. And I'm gonna get to your super chat, you guys. Give me a moment. I got you guys. Give me a moment. I want to get to some of these comments here. It's a lot of them coming in. And make sure you guys, again, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you guys are locked in on the show. We got over 140 people on the live stream. Only 83 likes. Let's get that number up, y'all. Let's get that number up. Let's see here. Where was I? Okay, I see. Let's see what we got here. Deny Prince says Josh Jacobs will be respected, but that run will be stopped. It's going to be tough, but we're going to get into the Josh Jacobs angle because I have a ton of respect for Josh Jacobs for sure. Philly 007 says the Packers defense lost that game. Of course they did. All right, let me try to get to these newer comments. My man Mac Fripp with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. He says Green Bay's personnel still can't stop the run. They got Josh Jacobs. We got Saquon Barkley. I like my odds. Y'all got Romeo Doubs. We got A.J. Brown. I like my odds. Y'all got Christian Watson. We got Devontae Smith. I like my odds. Y'all got Luke Musgrave. We got Dallas Goedert. I like my odds. Let's see where we at with it. Let's see. Moves Brown says, I ain't even you can block. Yes, man, you can. You sure can. Oh man, let's go. Let's see where we at, man. It's a lot of commentary. I'm trying to get to all these things. Let me get to the super chats first. My man Shep with the $10 super chat once again. Thank you, Shep. He says, Tone, our new and improved defensive line is getting ready to eat. Facts, bro. Facts. You ain't never lied. All right, let's see what else we got here, man. A lot of these comments is coming in. Man, we got y'all. We got y'all snapping right now. Got y'all going crazy. Jimmy Hoffa says Green Bay had 45 sacks. And Moves Brown counters that by saying, bro, we had 43 sacks to our 45. Bro, stop playing. Stop playing, man. Jimmy says I got no, bro. Jimmy, you new to the party. Jimmy, hey, y'all, somebody, hey, listen, hey, Jimmy, yeah, somebody tell Jimmy what we do here. Somebody tell Jimmy what we do here. Somebody remind Jimmy what we do. See, Jimmy is new to the party. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy the type of dude to bring paper plates to the cookout. That's who Jimmy is. He the type of man to bring paper plates and cups to the cookout. While my man S. Blunt bringing ribs. While my man Infamous 2K, even though he a op, he bringing burgers. My man Shep, he bringing steak. You know, my crew, Big Pickin', they bring in salmon. Brian Grant, Philly 007, they making the potato salad and macaroni salad. Jimmy Hoffa, the type of boy to bring paper plates and cups to the cookout. He can't even bring ice. Come on, man. He can't even bring ice. He talking crazy like this. It's always a party here at Chalk It Up Sports, man. You just found out about us. It's always a party, man. Stop it. Hey, Fitness Warrior. Fitness Warrior, you know what Fitness Warrior bring? Fitness Warrior bringing the liquor. You know what I'm saying? My man Nino Brown, he bringing the chicks. Hey, Nino. Hey, Nino. Where the O's at? Yo, come on, man. You can't be talking crazy when you only bringing napkins. Fitness Warrior, he only bringing the napkins. And he want to talk about where he got lit. You can't get the party lit with napkins. You can't get the party lit with paper cups. Come on now. We do this here. Hey, Infamous. Hey, listen, like I said, Infamous a op, but he's still bringing food. He bringing the burgers. And I ain't talking about no little skinny flapjack burgers. He bringing the Angus. That Angus. That 100%. You feel what I'm saying? That grass-fed. Come on, y'all. We cooking today. It's Labor Day. It's Labor Day. Y'all know the type of time we on? It's Labor Day. We having fun, y'all. We having so much fun. I love it. I love it. Hey, and my pop bringing the filet mignon. Y'all know what time it is. It's a family affair here. It's a family affair. So let me get back to the topics at hand, man. Let me get back on track, man. I'm having too much fun on this Labor Day. I'm having way too much fun. Y'all got me in my bag. And guess what, yo? Shout out to Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy, yo. Seriously. And I hate coleslaw too, y'all, by the way. I hate it. It's nasty. It's disgusting. I hate California slaw. I hate coleslaw. I hate all of it. But I got to give a shout out to Jimmy because I am an equal opportunist. I will shit on you, but I will also show you love too. Shout out to Jimmy for being bold enough to come into this live stream. Shout out to him. I got to be honest. I'm a bring the heat, but I'm also bringing the water as well. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Jimmy. I'm grateful for Jimmy. I appreciate Jimmy, truly. No, seriously, like not even trying to be funny, y'all. I really do appreciate Jimmy for having the courage to come behind enemy lines. Really do appreciate him. And what else? What else can I do to make Jimmy feel good about himself? He's here. He's providing me with a, with a view, with viewership. I hope Jimmy hit the like button. I hope Jimmy didn't disappear. Oh, there he is. All right, cool. Hey, Jimmy, subscribe. Hey. Like I said, I appreciate Jimmy. James Jones is a Commanders fan. Infamous is a Colts fan, a Commanders fan, and an Eagles fan. So, Jimmy, be careful with Infamous, too. Hey, Infamous, you got Infamous. Watch Jimmy. Jimmy, watch Infamous. All right? Hey, Jimmy, watch Infamous. He got your back now. He got your back now. Watch Jimmy, watch Infamous 2K. When I met him, he was an Eagles fan. Then he became a Colts fan. Now he's a Commanders fan. Jimmy, watch him. I'm just telling you who he is. I'm just trying to tell you who he is. Let me tell you this right now. Infamous, he shows love. He's gonna always rock with the live stream. He been right. Infamous was one of my first supporters in the show. Shout out to Infamous 2K. It's my man. It's my man for real. But you gotta watch him. Jimmy, I'm telling you. He funny money a little bit. Well, no, I can't say that. He real money. Infamous is real money. Oh, that's one thing I'll say about him. He ain't funny money. He real money. But watch him, Jimmy. Watch him. He was an Eagles fan when I met him. Then he was a Colts fan. Now he's a Commanders fan. Listen, y'all. Y'all got to find out how that happened. Let him tell it. Hey, Infamous, I won't tell nobody. You got to tell that story. I ain't going to tell nobody how you got there. You got to tell that story to the live chat when they ask you. Somebody ask Infamous right now. Somebody ask him. Somebody get the courage and ask Infamous how he became a Commanders fan. Ask him. How he became a Colts fan. Ask him. Hey, listen, I don't know if y'all know this. Hey, Infamous, you my man, but I'm putting you on blast right now. I don't know if y'all know this about Infamous. Y'all know he got season tickets to the Eagles games? Hey, I don't know if y'all know this about Infamous, but y'all know he got season tickets? Hey, Infamous, you my man. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke, Infamous. I don't want no smoke, brother. Yo. Oh my God. Yo, Infamous really my dog, yo, for real. Like for real. Like no cap. Like Infamous really my dog. I'll tell you that right now. That's really my guy. I got a lot of love for him. All right, here. That's what it was. That's what it was. His uncle has a sponsorship. His uncle's company. His uncle's company has a sponsorship. And they get free box seats to every home game. He says he don't personally own the tickets, but Infamous, be honest, you can go to any game you want, right? Infamous, keep it real. You can go to any game you want, right? All you gotta do is make a phone call, right? All you gotta do is say, "Hey, yo, Unc, I need that," right? Talk to me, Infamous. Talk to me. And we're gonna get back to the show, y'all. I'm sorry, we're gonna get back. Talk to me, Infamous. All you gotta do is make a call, right? Where he at? Oh man. Yo, look at this man. Look at this man. Hey, yo, Jimmy, I told you. He's slick. He's slick. He said, yeah, I go to the games. So what? And guess what? Harry Roseman is my dog. So what? Oh, man. Oh, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all made this fun. I didn't expect this stream to go this way. All right, let's get back on task. Let's get back on task, you guys. Let's get back on task. Let's get back on task. All right. Oh, man. I love y'all. So, Josh Jacobs. The Eagles' run defense will be tested early. And also, you guys, like I told y'all, I keep it very, very real. I keep it very real. I am not going to lie. The Eagles' run defense is going to be tested early, especially now that they have Josh Jacobs being featured on this Packers offense. Now, here's some background a little bit. Josh Jacobs, remember, he had that spectacular 2022 season, led the league in rushing. He had over 1,600 rushing yards. He had 340 carries with a total of 377 total touches overall in 2022. And he had a tremendous workload at that time, right? Now, let's move up to 2023. 2023, Josh Jacobs took a major step back. He rushed for only 805 yards on 233 carries, and he averaged a mediocre 3.5 yards per carry in 2023. That's the most recent showing we have from Josh Jacobs. He averaged 3.5 yards a carry in 2023 on 233 carries, 805 yards. Do I smell a regression? I'm not going to jump out the window and say that just yet. But follow me here. On top of that, the Green Bay Packers, they lost running back A.J. Dillon for the rest of the season with a neck injury. And they will be relying on the rookie, Marshawn Lloyd, to relieve Josh Jacobs when need be. You know, you pay Josh Jacobs that kind of money. He's your bell cow. He's your 3-down back. But there's going to be moments where Josh Jacobs has to come off the field, and they have to rely on Marshawn Lloyd, a rookie, to carry some of the load. Here's the thing about Marshawn Lloyd, though. Marshawn Lloyd, he missed a good amount of training camp and preseason due to his own injuries. I think he dealt with a groin or a hamstring or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Marshawn Lloyd, the rookie, he's going to have to take some pressure off Josh Jacobs, especially if you want Josh Jacobs to maximize his value. How am I lost? I'm speaking the facts. I didn't lie yet. I'm not finished. Let's get to your guy, Emmanuel Wilson. Let's get to him. See, he think I'm just pulling this out of nowhere. Let's get to your guy, Emmanuel Wilson. Let's get there. Let's get to Emmanuel Wilson. I'm looking at your depth chart. See, I'm not reading what people saying. I'm looking at injury reports. I'm looking at depth charts. I'm looking at your roster. I'm not paying attention to what the media is saying. I'm my own media. I do real research. I check out depth charts and injury reports, and I look at training camp reports. You feel what I'm saying? He said, look at the press conferences. Bro, if how old are you? He said, look at the press conferences. Take press conferences with a grain of salt. They're all lying to you. Take press conferences with a grain of salt. They're all lying to you. I'll say it about the Philadelphia Eagles. They're all lying to you. When you watch those press conferences, they're lying. Yo, ARS. Yo, you funny as hell, bro. You funny as hell, man. I can't. You funny as hell. Let's get back on topic here. I'm getting carried away. So yeah, Josh Jacobs, A.J. Dillon out for the season. Marshawn Lloyd, Emmanuel Wilson. Emmanuel Wilson, only 14 touches. So Josh Jacobs has to be the bell cow. Josh Jacobs, as of right now, is the only running back that you trust in reality. So on paper, the running game with Josh Jacobs It's Josh Jacobs or bust. Y'all running game right now, the Green Bay Packers running game right now is Josh Jacobs or bust. Because Marshawn Lloyd is a rookie, unproven. A.J. Dillon on IR. Emmanuel Wilson, unproven. It's Josh Jacobs or bust. And I like Josh Jacobs, by the way. I really am a fan of his. So I got to be honest about this. With Josh Jacobs, his talent, his production, he is a force. Josh Jacobs is a force. And the Philadelphia Eagles are going to have their hands full. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm not dismissing that man. The Eagles will have their hands full. But I have to ask you guys a question. Have we seen the best of Josh Jacobs? Is 2023 the beginning of what's to be expected from Josh Jacobs? Remember, in 2022, he led the league in rushing. In 2023, he only had 800 yards, averaged 3.5 yards a carry. Which Josh Jacobs are you guys paying for? I'm just asking. I'm just trying to figure out which Josh Jacobs will show up this season. I'm not making nothing up here. I'm not making nothing up. Josh Jacobs is a very good player. Any team would be blessed to have him because of his talent. But you got to ask yourself, which Josh Jacobs am I getting? The 2022 Josh Jacobs or the 2023 Josh Jacobs? Because the Las Vegas Raiders ran him into the dirt. Does he have anything left for you guys? And some may argue the same thing for Saquon Barkley. The New York Giants ran him into the dirt. Does he have anything left for the Eagles? Fair comparison. See, I'm fair. I'm fair. I'm very fair about this. When I talk about the game, I'm very fair. I'm very pragmatic. If I'm going to go into a season and question Josh Jacobs' production, I have to go into the same season and question if Saquon Barkley is going to be the player we think he's going to be, right? I think it's only reasonable. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. But here's the difference. Saquon Barkley is a real threat in the passing game. Not so much Josh Jacobs. That's where they're different. This game is going to come down to the Philadelphia Eagles tackling well, especially when it comes to the linebackers. They have to remain disciplined, and they have to find a way to keep this Packers offensive line from being able to dominate on the second level. If the Eagles score early, and often, and they limit the Packers' running game, and they force them to become one-dimensional, then the Eagles win this game. We stop the run, we win this game. I believe that wholeheartedly. Now, like I said, I'm very, very fair. The same way how I dug into the Green Bay Packers and their dirty laundry, it's time to dig into the Philadelphia Eagles' dirty laundry. It's time to do that. It's time to do that. Regardless of what I say, regardless of how I feel of this team, the Philadelphia Eagles or the Green Bay Packers, regardless of how I feel, regardless of my support, regardless of anything, we got to talk about what's been done, what we've seen, what we know. And let's be honest. The Eagles' run defense has almost no leg to stand on, right? The Eagles' run defense, based off of last season, has almost no leg to stand on. The Eagles' run defense has a ton to prove since their epic collapse in 2023. Last season, hear me out on this. Last season, the Philadelphia Eagles in the first 8 games, the Eagles held teams to under 100 yards rushing and allowed an overall average of 66 yards per game on the ground, which was the best in the NFL at the time. After that, for the remainder of the season, the Philadelphia Eagles became one of the worst run defenses in the NFL and gave up over 100 yards rushing to each of their last 9 opponents, with an average of 142 rush yards allowed per game. I told y'all I'm very fair. Very fair. So, that begs the question. What will they be on Friday? Who will they be? Josh Jacobs is the perfect test, is the perfect case study to find out if the Philadelphia Eagles have solved their issues. This is the perfect case study. Green Bay versus Philadelphia on Friday night. We're going to find out very early if the Philadelphia Eagles solve their issues in the run game. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, they got to set the tone. And it's straight like that. Let me get to some of your comments before we get to my final topic of the day. I really do appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the show. It means a lot to me. We have over 100 people tuned in, only 96 likes. We gotta get that figured out. We gotta get that figured out, y'all. Over 100 people in here, only 97 likes. Let's go on a rampage. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. I need y'all. Let's do it. Let's get it done. Let me get to your comments. And Eagles fans, let me say this. I see a lot of y'all comments about last year and how it was an anomaly. And I understand your perspective. Patricia, Desai, the conditioning, it all got screwed up. It all was a mess. I personally believe who we were in the first half of the season is more true to form, not who we were on the back end. I believe the real Philadelphia Eagles was that 10-1 team, in my opinion. I really believe that. Let me see here. Let's get to your comments. Daniel San says, bro, we sucked during the first 11 games. No, I'm not talking about just follow me here. I'm not talking about the offense or thing. I'm talking about the fact that they held teams. They held teams. They couldn't run on us. They really couldn't. They tried. And then they just say, you know what? We're just going to pass the ball. We can't run on this team. And then the Eagles nosedived. Excuse me, you guys. Pardon me. Daniel San says, I want us to win over everything. I'm with you on that. Infamous 2K, my man, he says last year y'all stopped the run. You mean we? You mean we, Infamous? You mean we, right? He said last year y'all stopped the run because no one ran on y'all because your secondary was so bad. You might be onto something. I can't front. You might be onto something. Keith, a.k.a. Tragic, says this linebacker core is so young, which concerns me. But I think by week 6, Trotter, White, and Van Sumeren are starting. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Sunseed says Eagles defense only got to be mediocre. Best offense in the league. Facts. I personally believe that the Eagles defense, if they could just give you a B game or a B performance all year, we in good shape. Cock, of course, she says, Tone, Patricia screwed up the defense last year, big time. I agree 100%. Daniel San says it's going to be a war. I agree, man. I agree 100%. Trenton Wright says this is going to be a fight, but we will win. We're definitely going to win this game. Up next says, I don't think it's a talent issue. Neither do I. I didn't think our issues last year were talent related, especially on the D line. More so the D line. Linebackers definitely talent related, definitely. The DBs definitely talent related. But I also think that when it comes to the D line in particular, I don't think it was a talent issue. I think coaching was awful. Our rotations were screwed up. It was just bad. Flex in. He says, I can't wait for Friday. It's going down. You right about that, man. James Jones says it's going to be a sluggish game. You think so? Up next says that was a technique and fatigue issue. Yeah, fatigue was definitely a problem last year. Anthony Kroback says they don't talk about that run defense. We got to see something from those linebackers to be gap discipline. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Kokorski, he says, hey, Tone, check out the linebackers from Oklahoma. Check out the linebacker from Oklahoma, Danny Stutzman. Okay, bet. I'll check him out. Daniel San says, don't look at previous year stats. Well, look, Daniel San, the reality is that's all we have right now. That's all we have right now. Flexen says the pressure is on. Facts. He also says the whole defense got to prove it. I couldn't agree with you more. Fitness Warrior says, don't forget, Green Bay is going to a 4-3 defense. So it's going to be mismatch after mismatch. Keith says, I like Jordan Love. I can't lie. And I think we have a possibility of losing this game. Of course. I mean, well, and you can lose any game. Every game is a possibility of losing. But he says, I think we have a possibility of losing this game off coaching. Well, not with Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio. They're calling the plays. He says linebacker core, he's of coaching, linebacker core, and just learning schemes. But this offense has too much talent, and I think they will overcome. Fair enough. Flexion says, okay, Tone's being fair. I got to be fair. You know, I'm going to always call it how I see it. I can't air out somebody else's dirty laundry and not talk about my own. Come on, man. I can't air out somebody else's dirty laundry and not talk about my own. I got to talk about my dirty laundry too. Trent Wright says Barkley will have 10 rushes for 80 yards and a touchdown week 1. It's not a bad game. I think Barkley goes for over 100, if I'm being honest. Remember, Kellen Moore's calling the plays, y'all. He knows what he's doing. Let's see what else we got. Daniel San says, I like that wooden katana. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Deny Prince says the Packers defense is suspect. I agree 100%. They fired their DC. Austin says, I'm expecting a high-scoring game for sure. Both teams will have their hands full. Keith says, it's Super Bowl or bust for us. I'm sorry. I don't know any other team's mindset, but that's just how we think. Absolutely. It's very much Super Bowl or bust for the Eagles. All right, let's see. Omar Garza says, I'm worried about our tight ends. Goddard has been hurt, and Grant is bad at blocking. Could pose a problem when we try to run the ball. Don't be surprised if they elevate somebody else either. But Goddard's back now. He's healthy. He's practicing, so he's good to go. Let's see. All right. Diamond Crew Sports says, I need Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio to show us why competent coordinators are a must. Facts. Philly Flyover says Fangio said he's ready to play all the snaps, ready and good enough. Jimmy says tight end is a little bit thin. Yeah, it is. Keith says Josh Sweat and Bryce Huff got to prove it the most. You're absolutely right. Josh Sweat and Bryce Huff, they are, in my opinion, especially Bryce Huff, he getting paid. But Josh Sweat, you know, he's in the contract area. He trying to get some money. So he better turn up. S. Blunt says if Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis win, we will win the game. They dedicate the success in the run game and pressure in Love's face. I agree. If Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter win, it's a wrap. I'm telling you. Don't let Jalen Carter see daylight. Cameron Holmes says stopping Josh Jacobs is the #1 priority for the defense. I agree. I would sell out. I'm making sure Josh Jacobs can't get nothing off. Nino Brown says, Tone, do you see a 5-sack night from our D-line as a collective? It's possible. It's possible. That's a lot opening. That's a lot to open the game. But you see, Jordan Love is mobile. He can move around. It's possible, but I would probably say a 4-sack night, to be honest. Maybe a 4-sack or a 3-sack night. That's what I would say. Maybe a 4-sack night. Maybe 3. Maybe 3. Kyle Kokorski says, Tone, I need Carter to have a year like Warren, like I almost said Marvin Sapp. Like Warren Sapp had in 99. All right. Let's get to the final topic of the day, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. You guys are tuned in to Chuck It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are locked in on the content. Our final segment of the show, we're going to talk about these Packers receivers. You know, the Packers wide receivers are young, they're talented, and they're getting better. We got to call that what it is. The Packers wide receivers are getting better. You know, last year they were a bunch of rookies and second-year players. Now those guys are a year better, a year older, a year wiser. You know, a year. They're more confident, and you got to give credit where credit is due to what they've been able to do, right? You know, last year the Packers wide receivers, they didn't have a 1,000-yard receiver at all, but they still found a way to move that ball. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make sure I got this right here. I believe Jordan Love threw for over 4,000 yards last season. Did he not? Yeah, Jordan Love threw for let's see here. Yes, Jordan Love threw for over 4,000 yards, and he didn't have a 1,000-yard receiver last year. So that says a lot. That says a lot about Jordan Love for him to be able to hit 4,000 yards and not have a single receiver over 1,000. They're deep. That Green Bay wide receiver core is deep. None of them are on the level of A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith, but they're deep. Got to give credit where credit is due. Got to give credit where credit is due, right? They're not even close to A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith, but they're deep and they're young. And they got talent there. They're young, but but listen, we got to be honest about it. Jordan Love had over 4,000 yards, and he didn't have a 1,000-yard receiver. So that says a lot about him. So I think personally, Romeo Dobbs and Christian Watson, they're the ones to watch. You know, Jaden Reed, he's come along as well. Jaden Reed has come along. Romeo Dobbs, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, right? Those are the three guys. And you know, at tight end, they got, you know, Luke Musgrave and they got Tucker Kraft, right? They're young as hell. But Romeo Dobbs, I think Romeo Dobbs is going to have a good year. As a matter of fact, I think I got Romeo Dobbs in fantasy. I got Romeo Dobbs in fantasy, if I'm not mistaken. But he on the bench, so you know this new this Eagle secondary, they're going to be tested early as well. You know, it's a new secondary. You have Quinyon Mitchell, rookie. Cooper DeJean, rookie. Isaiah Rodgers is new to the defense. C.J. Gardner-Johnson makes his return. Reed Blankenship. Who will he be in this season, right? How stable can he be? Avonte Maddox, you know, he's playing, he's back at safety. You'll probably see Avonte Maddox playing in like the big nickel or dime sets. You know, but Darius Slay, Quinyon Mitchell, Isaiah Rodgers, CJ GJ, right? Reed Blankenship. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like this matchup for Reed Blankenship. Now, again, I don't know if he's gotten faster. I don't know. I don't know if you can get faster in this league. I just don't know. Typically, your speed is your speed. Typically, you only get slower in this league. You don't get faster. You only get slower. So I am a little concerned about Reed. I am a little concerned about Reed Blankenship. I don't want him to be compromised because all those guys, Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, they're fast. They're quick. And you also got Keely Ringo, right? You may see Keely Ringo on the field in a dime look. So you never know. This may be a situation where the Philadelphia Eagles say, look, Reed, we want you playing in the box. Hey, Quinyon, we want you covering this guy. You feel what I'm saying? So it's going to be a great test overall. It's going to be a great test. Jaden Reed last year, 64 catches, 793. Matter of fact, let me just look at it right here. Let me not even play myself. All right, so last year, Jaden Reed, 64 catches, 793 yards, 8 touchdowns, average 12 yards a catch. Romeo Dobbs, 59 catches, 674 receiving yards, average 11 yards a catch, 8 touchdowns. Wide receiver Dontavion Wicks, 39 catches, 581 yards, average almost 15 yards a catch, 4 touchdowns. Christian Watson, 28 catches, 422 receiving yards, average 15 yards a catch, 5 touchdowns. You feel what I'm saying? Like their passing game is explosive. Their scheme knows how to get them open. Matt LaFleur knows how to get those guys open. Because when you look at the numbers at face value, you say to yourself, wait, hold on. He got over 4,000 passing yards? Where'd it come from? They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They had 7 pass catchers averaging 10 yards or more per reception. Think about that. They had 7. They had 7 pass catchers average 10 yards or more per catch. 10 yards or more. That's an explosive offense. Matt LaFleur knew how to get all those guys open. So now, this is where the chess match comes in. This is where the chess match comes in for Vic Fangio. What will be his answer to neutralize Matt LaFleur's situation? To neutralize Matt LaFleur's passing game? But regardless, we're going to see how this pans out. And I'm excited to see how it pans out. I'm really excited, you guys. I'm really excited. But that's today's show, you guys. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you guys stay engaged in the content. I really do appreciate the support. I appreciate all the banter. I appreciate even the opposition coming into the show. I love having newcomers. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed as well. It means a lot to me, and I'm so grateful for the support you guys have been providing, man. Tomorrow is going to be a hell of a show. Tomorrow, I have another episode of The Link Up, right? The Link Up with Lord Brunson and Simone Stanley. That's our weekly show. And I'm super grateful to you guys for supporting us. We always have at minimum 600, 700 people in that live stream between all three of our channels. We've had over 800. We've had over 800 people in there before. So thank you guys so much for supporting us the way you guys have. The Link Up tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Eastern. The Link Up featuring Lord Brunson, Simone Stanley, and myself. Can't wait to have a conversation with them. Can't wait to get back into the action. This is going to be a hell of a football game, you guys, this Friday. We still have so much more to unpack. So tomorrow, the Link Up. Wednesday, we're going to address the Philadelphia Eagles offense and the Green Bay Packers defense. And then on Thursday, we're going to start making our predictions for the game. And then Friday, we're just going to be talking trash. We're going to do a call-in show prior to the game. Yes, Friday is a call-in show. So now it's time for y'all on Friday to talk y'all ish. I don't care if you're a Green Bay Packers fan. I don't care if you are an Eagles fan or a Commanders fan. I don't care what you are, right? I'm opening the phone lines on Friday so all of you guys can speak your piece. And look, I'm giving y'all the floor. I do a lot of talking all week. Y'all know how I feel about everything. I want to know how y'all feel. And I'm going to be asking y'all questions. I'm going to be playing devil's advocate. I'm going to be picking y'all brain. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun, you guys. So make sure you lock in. I'm inviting all Packers fans. I'm inviting all Eagles fans, all Commanders fans. I'm inviting everybody. So make sure you guys lock in on the content. Thank you so much. Please. Oh, and by the way, you guys, almost forgot. How could I forget? Forgive me. Chalk It Up Sports is now available on more than just YouTube. Chalk It Up Sports is now available on Spotify. I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. Let me make sure I show you guys. Chalk It Up Sports is now available on Spotify. So now you can support the show in podcast format, right? It's available on Spotify and it's also available on Apple Podcasts. So wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, it's available. Okay? Make sure you guys lock in on that. I want to make sure I bless you guys and I give you guys options here. All right? That's the goal here, to give you guys options. Chalk It Up Sports is available on more than just YouTube. I understand that sometimes you guys may listen to me at work. Maybe you guys lock into the content if you're driving. So, I want to make sure I take care of my truckers, take care of my Amazon drivers, my UPS drivers, my postmen and my postwoman. You feel what I'm saying? I want to make sure I take care of my cooks, my chefs. I want to make sure I take care of my people that work with their hands. You feel me? So make sure you guys follow me on Spotify, follow me on Apple Podcasts. Make sure you give me a 5-star rating. I need that. I want to make sure I show love to all my people who work with their hands, my electricians, people who work in the school district, right? Maybe you grading papers and you need something playing in the background. My custodians, right? My people in the gym getting it in, pumping that iron. You dig me? I want to make sure I bless y'all. Wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, it's available. It's available. So just make sure you bless yourself. And follow me on Spotify. Follow me on Apple Podcasts. Make sure you also give me a 5-star rating. You dig? I appreciate y'all so much, man. It means a lot to me. And also, by the way, you guys, make sure you check out the Chalk It Up Sports merch shop. The link is available below in the live stream. And on top of that, under the live stream, you can actually see the t-shirts and you can click on it and it'll take you directly to the website. Okay. So make sure you guys lock in at the Chalk It Up Sports merch shop. As you can see, I got on the black one right now. The fabric is amazing. It feels great on the skin. The way the graphics and the artwork blends into the fabric, man, this thing handles a washing machine so well. It's already pre-shrunk. It's oversized fit. So make sure you bless yourself. It comes in 2 different colorways. It comes in black and it also comes in tan, otherwise known as eucalyptus. And I'm telling you, people love that. People love that tan color. People love it. So make sure you guys lock in. We got people who've already invested in the channel. We've got people who've already locked in. I mean, I gotta show y'all how this thing works here. I gotta show y'all. Like my man Shep, the OG, triple OG, is already rocking his. Hey, Shep. Shout out to my man Shep. Shep has always supported the channel. He donates like crazy. He donated twice today. Shep is one of my most loyal listeners. So make sure y'all claim y'all Apex Predator shirts. You feel what I'm saying? Shep claimed his. Shout out to him. And thank you so much, Shep, for your super chats. I really do appreciate you, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, he ain't the only one that claimed his, right? It's a family affair, baby. It's a family affair. My father, the big dog, Don Dada, he claimed his. The Apex Predator merchandise. Claim yours. My stepmom claimed hers. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go lock in. It's a family affair, baby. Everybody copped theirs. Matter of fact, let me get to my man Antonio Holmes. Antonio Holmes has copped his too. Where is that? Antonio Holmes. He got his. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you bless yourself for the NFL season. And I appreciate all the support you guys have provided. Also, I want to give a shout out to my man Roland, my man Rolando. Rolando was our most recent giveaway winner. Rolando was rocking the Philadelphia Midnight Green beanie and the Philadelphia Midnight Green gloves. That was his giveaway. Shout out to my man Rolando. He was our giveaway winner from a couple weeks ago. Shout out to him. And also, shout out to Bold Brew. Bold Brew was a giveaway winner as well. Shout out to him. Thomas Adams. He won the Philadelphia Eagles snapback. Shout out to him. Shout out to my man Jameer Adams. He's another winner. Jameer Adams won the Philadelphia Eagles snapback right there, the Philadelphia Eagles cap. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Jameer Adams. Who else won? Keisha White. Keisha White won. See, I mail out my merchandise myself. You dig me? Look at Keisha White. Keisha White, she got the cap right there. You see the box right there from Chalk It Up Sports. You feel me? Shout out to Keisha White. She was also a giveaway winner. We bless people on this channel. So if you're new here, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the show. We do giveaways. We have merchandise. You feel what I'm saying? Also, shout out to the OG right here, my man Sir Jam. Shout out to Sir Jam, man. Sir Jam hasn't won a giveaway yet, but Sir Jam is one of my loyal subscribers. Shout out to him. Who else we got here? Shout out to my man, Mark Johnson. Where is that? Shout out to the good brother, Mark Johnson. Mark Johnson won the Kelly Green snapback. You feel me? And we're going to be dropping Apex Predator Jalen Hurts hoodies. Those are going to be dropping on game day. So make sure you bless yourself with the Chalk It Up Sports merch. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all. It's been a hell of a show. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the show. Make sure you guys stay humble, stay healthy. Most importantly, stay hungry. I've been your humble host, Tone DeShields II. And you guys have been locked in on Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game.